Well, hello there. It's Jerry Usher along with Debbie Georgiani and you on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. And we hope and pray that you had a blessed and safe and really grace-filled, Debbie, I know you love that, grace-filled holiday weekend celebrating Labor Day yesterday.
Yes, grace-filled. I love it. Yeah. Long weekend. How was your weekend?
It was good. Got a lot of stuff done around the house and managed to, I would say relax a little bit, but that would be kind of a stretch.
We cleaned all weekend, and then we had dust storms, so it just got dirty again.
Yeah.
What's the point of cleaning?
Exactly. There's a lot of weird things going on. The fires in California, it's making it even hard to breathe around here where I live, some of these fires. So
Yep.
keep us all in your prayers, folks, if you would. Our frontline first responders are out there doing a great job. Boy, these things are hard to contain.
That's true. So we need to keep them in our prayers. But today we are honoring Our Lady's birthday. Yes, our Blessed Mother. Today is her birthday. And we want to honor her by talking about mothers today and supermoms in particular. And those are those moms that have really stepped it up, especially during this COVID year of 2020. And they're wearing many hats. Some are homeschool moms now. They never really were ready to do that, but they jumped right in. They're doing other things as well, maybe caregiving for family members during COVID. Supermoms we're talking about today. So if you are one, this is your chance to share what it's like. And yeah, it's a healthy little bragging on yourself. Absolutely. But we want to see what you're up to in your life. If you live with one of these super moms, now is the time to call in and really honor them. Because remember, when we honor our moms here on earth, we are also, we give recognition to our spiritual mother, the Blessed Mother, and today is her birthday. And so just a beautiful way to tie it all in. And we talked about dads last week. So now we're talking about moms this week. You see how we very balanced at 833-288-3986.
Yeah, and we did a couple of shows on fathers last week. It was more of a look at fatherlessness in society, but we don't want to let the dads and the guys feel left out of this. So you probably are maybe filling a lot of these same roles as well. But if you have that special woman in your life, your wife perhaps, your mother, your sister, your sibling, your cousin, somebody that you would like to call up and say, you know what, this really is a super mom. Maybe it's someone who's, maybe your schedule has already been filled to overflowing, and then all of a sudden along comes COVID and you're at home with the family, you're homeschooling, you're doing a lot of things that maybe you didn't have to do before. Share this with us and let us know how that's going, because Debbie, as always, there are probably a lot of moms out there who are pulling their hair out going, how do I keep up with all of this? So there are probably some great ideas out there.
Great ideas, practical, helpful, hints to help us all be a better mom in our household. But you know what else too, Jerry? I think it's important that we have these conversations, because sometimes moms are thinking to themselves, is anybody ever going to really recognize or acknowledge my role in things? And that's what we want to do today. We want to do that today on Our Lady's birthday. So pick up the phone, call us. You do not have to be Catholic to dial in. We consider, if you're listening, if you hear the sound of our voices, we consider you part of the Take Two family. So please dial in at 833-288-3986. And Jerry, do I have it correct? Is it Ryan Penny is answering phones today? I believe so.
To my knowledge, that is correct.
Unless
yes.
Michael tells us otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is.
It is Ryan on the phones, Jeff Burson on social media, and we have Michael Birchfield, our producer, on the controls today. And you are the one you're the key ingredient of the program here, 833-288-3986. And Debbie, I need look no further than my own mother to see a super mom, because she was mostly a single mom. She remarried a couple times. The first gentleman passed away, and then the other one didn't last for too long. But with five kids, my mom raised 5 kids. I don't know if she ever missed an activity or a sporting event or of any of the 5 children. In fact, she was Mom of the Year my sister's senior year in high school. So I think we all have, there's a little super mom in all of our moms, I think.
Oh, I so agree with you, Jerry. I have to add my mom to that list as well. My mom had 5 kids in 6.5 years, and then 6.5 years later, she had me.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, yeah. I used to call myself an oops baby, but now I'm a bonus baby. I understand. I think that's the term now, a bonus baby. I like that better. You know how I always like to look on the positive side of things.
Sure.
But I agree. My mom, it's amazing how we were all well fed, you know, impeccably dressed, and the house was beautiful. I mean, it's just everything was clean, nice, tidy. It was amazing. And so, yeah, I would consider her a super mom as well. But you don't. Maybe you're just giving it 100% and you don't feel like a super mom, but you really are, because you show up and you're engaged and you are giving it your best. So it doesn't have to be like it's so perfect to be a super mom. How about if you're giving 100%? That's a super mom. So call in 833-288-3986.
Yeah, and maybe share if you've had to take something on during this coronavirus situation with the shutdowns and kids largely at home, and all of us really at home a lot more than we were before. Maybe you had to take something on that you weren't comfortable with, and you've actually come to be a little bit more familiar and acquainted with it, and appreciate it and do it better. I'm thinking of homeschooling. A lot of parents just think of the mere thought of homeschooling their kids. They get kind of concerned that they're not really up to that, but many of you have had to do that, both moms and dads. So if there's anything like that during this pandemic you've had to kind of add to your repertoire, even though you felt like you were uncomfortable with it, call and share that too, because that would be something to be interesting to hear about.
Okay, the number to dial is 833-288-3986. You can also weigh in by text. You text the letters EWTN to 55000. Wait for a response. Then you put your comment, your question, whatever you have to add to the conversation. We want to hear from you. YouTube, Facebook, you can leave your comments there, and Jeff Burson will very quickly grab your comments and put them up on our show a document, which we can share as well at just the appropriate time. So we're talking about super moms today on our lady's birthday. This is our first live show back from Labor Day weekend. We hope you had a very restful weekend, but now you're back live with us. So call in 833-288-3986.
More to life.
The church has 2,000 years of wisdom to share on what it takes to live life gracefully.
We're so overwhelmed by how much our faith has transformed our marriage and family especially. We want everyone to experience the incredible gift that the Catholic vision of life and love really is.
More to Life with Dr. Greg and Lisa Popchak. Tomorrow morning, 10 Eastern on EWTN Radio.
EWTN is now on Twitter. Get short, timely messages from EWTN on your computer or cell phone. It's easy to stay up to date on a wide variety of topics. Pro-life news, Vatican announcements, catechesis, apologetics, the latest EWTN programming, and more. You can link to EWTN on Twitter from our homepage or go to twitter.com/EWTN. At work, at home, at school, and on the road. Stay connected to your world with EWTN's Twitter page.
EWTN, teaching the truth.
You have just a beautiful compassion and an affirmation of every caller. You zone right in to each person's need, and then you ask all of us to pray for that person, and I do. I just think you really, really have a great ministry. You just really are tonic and concentrated multiple vitamins for all of us spiritually.
EWTN. Live truth. Live.
Well, EWTN Radio has many great shows, including some to help you get up and at 'em, and that is the Sunrise Morning Show with Anna Mitchell and Matt Swaim, Monday through Friday morning, 6 Eastern Time on EWTN Radio. Anna and Matt start your day with news and interviews with a Catholic perspective, so join them at 6 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday mornings here on most of these same EWTN stations.
Are you guest hosting today for Al Cresta?
I am guest hosting Al Cresta in the afternoon. Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Wow. Oh, we'll be listening. The Take Two family always listens to you when you guest host other programs. So that's good. Guess what, Jerry? We have a couple open phone lines. I can't believe it. We have a couple open phone lines. That means you can get right in. You can talk to Ryan. Just take you a couple seconds. You'll get to listen live. He'll put you on hold. You can jump right into the conversation. Don't sit this out. Don't be entertained on this wonderful Tuesday after Labor Day. We want to hear from you. 833-288-3986. You can brag about your moms today. Or, you know what? This would be great for husbands to call in about their wives if they're super moms. Then you can always save this broadcast and use it if you ever need it to get out of the doghouse.
Yeah, strategic uses.
Strategic. I used a couple, Brock. Did I tell you that? I used a couple shows.
Did you?
Yeah, with Marty. I did.
Yeah.
I said, remember when I talked nicely about you? He goes, that was like 2 years ago. I said, still.
Those things have a lot of gas in the tank with you and Marty, though, don't
Yeah, really.
they? Should. They should.
I know. Super moms. I love it. On our lady's birthday. Great birthday. Okay. Where are we going?
Well, I'll give the number. It's 833-288-3986. We will go to Tina first in Fort Wayne, Indiana, listening on Sirius XM 130. And a first-time caller. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi. Hi, how are you today?
Great. How are you?
Good to talk with you.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't pass up the opportunity to brag on my mom. I'm a pretty new Catholic, but my mom is not a Catholic. But she has showed such an example of sacrificial love to me and to my family. I went through a time a couple years ago where I had some real struggles in my family, and for a while I couldn't be with my kids, and she and my dad together stepped up and helped tremendously. They just laid down their lives to take care of my kids and took all 5 of them on. And our relationship not only has been restored, but our kids' relationship and everything is just amazing to me about what she's done for our family. And she's literally just laid down all of her preferences and her desires and put them aside for us. And she and Dad together. So I just wanted to celebrate her and her life and their sacrifice for us.
Wow, Tina, thanks for calling, and thanks for being a first-time caller to the program, and welcome home. You didn't say how long it's been since you became Catholic, but welcome home, a little belated from me and Debbie and the Take Two family. But, when we say the word super mom, your mom was super grandma, super grandmother, there, because, the thing is, when parents they've raised their kids, then they love to see the grandkids, but the grandkids can kind of pop into the house, and then they get to go back home and so forth. But for your parents to take on 5 kids like that is very, very Christ-like. Yeah. It is a total, like you said, the sacrificial love is just simply amazing for them to do that. And that, you said that example of them showing, really, truly the love of Christ like that, I think was very impactful on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the kids see that example, and it's tough. They're teenagers, and they don't always agree with grandma or grandpa's decisions, but just encouraging them to see different generation and learning respect and love. And at the end of the day, we love each other. And, I think it's just been such an example to me of forgiveness and what love truly is.
Mm-hmm. And love brings
God for her.
Yeah, love brings people together, and it sounds like that's what it's done in your family, and that's a beautiful thing. Tina, you're first-time caller, but I don't know how often you listen to the show, but we keep a book of the Take Two family and living and deceased, and we were wondering, we put families in, and I put you in and your children in. Do you feel comfortable giving us your mom's and dad's first name so I can put them in the book?
Sure, Anne.
Mm-hmm.
And Frederick.
Great. Now your whole family is going to be prayed for on a regular basis. And I just think that's wonderful. And thank you for sharing today. And, your mom you're right, your mom and dad, they're very, very special people. But They must have done something right, right? Because they have you.
Absolutely.
They have you. They have you. They have your kids. And that's the beauty. That's the beautiful thing. As you know, as a mother, that's the beautiful thing being a mom, and that's what I love about our Blessed Mother. She wants the best for her children. She wants to see us all, grow and thrive and do well. And that's what our earthly moms and grandmothers want us to do as well. And I think it's just a beautiful thing. And to celebrate motherhood in all forms, I think is healthy. We don't do enough of it, right, Tina?
Yeah, there's always something to learn. As long as we breathe, we learn.
Yep.
Exactly.
Couldn't agree more. Mm-hmm.
So one thing that is missing so much from our world today is the wisdom of extended family, like of grandparents. I mean, with the ability to work from anywhere and move anywhere, you can live anywhere in the world, and there isn't that closeness of families to the same degree that there was many, many years ago. But I think it's very important that kids get. Obviously, the parents are the primary educators and disciplinarians and all of that. But over the centuries, for the grandparents to be able to impart their knowledge, their wisdom, I think it just fills out even more fully, what the parents have to offer.
What do you think, Tina? Yeah,
it absolutely does. Yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate what you guys do, and I've been listening to ETWN for about a year now, and been a Catholic for about 3 years, and I just really appreciate the being able to stay in touch and learn so much from what you guys talk about and everybody there. So thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for feeling comfortable to call in. You're not a first-time caller anymore, so call anytime. But that's the reason why we do this show. Yeah, we do this to have these safe platforms for all of us to weigh in, learn from one another, realize we're not alone, and we're the mystical body of Christ. So the more we practice that, the better we become. So thank you for recognizing that. We appreciate it so very, very much. Thanks, Tina.
Okay, phone line open. God bless you too. 833-288-3986. On the birthday of our Blessed Virgin Mary, we're talking about human supermoms who take on maybe more than you did in the past. Huh? Human, yeah. No,
I
Human
just like the way you
supermom.
said that. Human supermoms. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you're a mom who is working, you've been working, and you've already been taking your kids to activities and things and trying to get the religious education in there. And now all of a sudden it's the stay-at-home thing, and homeschooling may have been tossed in there, or you're trying to figure out how you're going to get this child to this school 2 days a week and or online schooling 3 days a week at home. And all of these things, juggling all of these things. We want to hear what your experience has been or the experience of someone that you love who is doing all of these things. 833-288-3986.
And I just want to mention this because I noticed you can just tell by the way, normally our phone lines just light up, right? Because everybody has something to say about the topics. And maybe you're listening thinking, well, I would like to share something, but I don't really feel like a super mom. Please call in. Let's talk about it. Maybe you are a super mom and you don't even realize it. And we can help you process that. So call in. We want to hear all sides of things. That's the way we do it on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. So the number to dial is 833-288-3986.
Okay, along we go to the call. Celeste is next in San Antonio, Texas, listening on Guadalupe Radio Network, and another first-time caller. Hi, Celeste. So good to have you with us.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you. Well, my kids wanted to call, but they're getting kind of nervous now. You want to talk to them? Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
John.
Hi, John. John, how old are you?
7.
7? You sound like you're 12 years old. Are you calling about your mom, John?
It's Mom's birthday. It's our mom's birthday.
Wow.
It's your mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Celeste. Wow, you share it with the Blessed Mother. How lucky are you?
Thank you. Yes, yesterday is my birthday, and this is a station that I go to from time to time. Sometimes my children listen, in with me. And yes, the five of us have been together since March, and it's been tough, but we've been pulling through. And I'm now homeschooling all four of my kids, and we just do the best we can. And I just want to let all the other moms out there know who are also homeschooling for the first time that you're not alone. Just take it day by day. It's not your typical structured schedule by any means. And just remember to breathe and take some breaks and hit the reset button, and just remember that your own children have their own stresses as well. And I know sometimes we all get stressed out with each other, especially having been together every single day for so many months. Life is definitely not normal right now, but I know that my husband and I are doing the best that we can to make it as normal as possible for them.
Sure.
So that's just kind of my advice to other moms, that, it is tough, but we've gotten this far, and we'll just keep on doing the best we can.
Sure. God bless you, Celeste, and God bless John for coming on the air and letting us know what a super mom you are. And I would be curious to know, you mentioned the homeschooling, that you've had to take that on, and it's been a bit uncomfortable for you, and you even acknowledge that, when you're in those tight quarters for so long, things start to get a little bit heated sometimes. Is there anything you do as a family to kind of break that, like get out of the house, go for a bike ride or a walk, or go out and do something fun, just so that you can kind of, just let a little bit of that steam off and then go back and hit it again?
Yes, we definitely do. We do go for bike rides every once in a while. We do go to the park when we can to go fishing and do a little swimming. We try to go, when there's not as big a crowd, and because it's kind of nice to just have some time out in the open. The six of us. We do visit my parents. In fact, we're here at my mom's house, who is another super mom. She told me to come over for breakfast, so we're here for breakfast. So we do get out of the house when we can. Sometimes my husband will take just the boys, for a run or a bike ride, or just to play catch or go fishing. So, yes, it does get tough. He tries to give me breaks every once in a while. He'll take the three boys and my daughter and I. That is one thing that I will say I have appreciated, is having a lot of time with my daughter, who is in middle school. It's her first year in middle school. Of course, it was a different experience for her than, the typical middle schooler. But we've grown together. Our bond has grown stronger. We get a lot of girl time now. We read together a lot. She likes to. She's in dance, so she does do that sometimes at the studio, sometimes on Zoom, and then she shows me what she's learned, and she teaches. She tries to teach me. And she's actually become a really, really big helper. We've watched her grow and mature. Sometimes we forget she's only 11 years old, because she's just matured so much. And she does help sometimes take the pressure off. If she sees me get stressed out, she gives me a timeout. And she'll take the youngest and she'll say, "Come on, let's go watch some Blippi." She'll turn the TV on for him, or do something else with one of them, and just she tries to remind them, Mom needs to rest. Leave her alone.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know, that time you're spending with her, that is incredible, precious time well spent. That is just going to really keep the two of you together and develop as she gets older. I just I wish you the happiest of birthdays today, Celeste. Great day to have a birthday, and your children just sound amazing, and they're thriving, and that's wonderful. So God bless you. Thank you for sharing your story today and giving that encouragement to other moms that are now homeschool teachers, right? You know, they're homeschooling, which is pretty amazing.
It is. It is. It sounds like it worked out pretty well for them. And like you said, Debbie, I hope that other moms who have taken this on just recently and were a little intimidated by it can feel somewhat more confident. And you have to believe that with time and in doing that, confidence is going to come along the way there. And so I agree with you, Debbie. I hope that the kids there and Celeste's family and her husband allow her to have just a peaceful day, a restful day, a stress-free day. Give her a day-long time out on her birthday here today. That would be cool.
I agree. Happy birthday again, Celeste. The Take Two family is wishing you a happy birthday, and they're saying prayers for you today on your wonderful day, sharing the day with Our Lady. And it's Our Lady's birthday today. We're talking about Supermoms on Take Two today with Jerry and Debbie. Please join us.
Teresa Tomeo.
It's our goal to help each and every listener take this beautiful faith of ours out into the public square with great ideas on making a difference through engaging the culture.
The leading Catholic voices are on EWTN Radio.
Hi, Take Two family. Jerry and I are so excited about the launch of Stand Tall, our new ministry designed just for you. Please visit standtalltoday.com and take a look at all the resources, devotionals, and services we have provided to assist you on your spiritual journey. Feeling stuck? Or maybe you feel like you're moving backwards? Let us help you take another look at life and make great strides toward being the person both you and God want you to be. Learn more at standtalltoday.com.
Hey, a lot of us are really missing the presence of our Lord right now in Mass, in the Eucharist. But I'll tell you what, the scripture that comes to mind at a time like this, after Jesus rose from the dead, he walked through locked doors. I think he's walking through the doors of our home right now. But we have to be intentional about carving out prayer time every day. Right now, if you're going to tap into his divine presence and the strength that you need to be the person that you need to be for your family, for your friends, as a witness in the world right now, you need to carve out time for prayer. And there's so many beautiful Catholic devotionals that can help us do this. We have the Rosary. We have the Liturgy of the Hours. There's apps with the Liturgy of the Hours. Beautiful ways to pray the Psalms throughout the day. It was a practice the Jews had that the early Christians picked up that the church still does today. We have all sorts of beautiful meditations and prayers. We're just sitting in his presence and praising him. This is a key way to stay tapped into the power that made the universe and the power to get through your day. Make time for it.
For more, text Chris at 44144. This is Chris Stefanik on EWTN Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. David Andrews. Do you have questions about the Catholic faith? Get the answers on Call to Communion tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern on EWTN Radio. Now, back to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie.
This is your show. It's Take Two with Jerry and Debbie on EWTN Radio. The day after what we hope was a restful and blessing-filled 3-day holiday weekend for you. I know many people still had to work and so forth, but the roads were busy, so a lot of people were getting away, and we hope it was a blessed weekend for you. And today is we celebrate the birth of the Blessed Virgin Mary on September 8th, and so we're looking at Supermoms today, mothers, women who have taken on really a whole bunch of new stuff during the stay-at-home, the shutdowns, the COVID, all of the stuff that's going on. Or if that's you, let us know. If that's your spouse or somebody that you have been impressed and blessed by watching them take on all these Supermom things, give us a call at 833-288-3986.
You know, I have kind of a quirky sense of humor. I considered myself a supermom when I was raising the boys. I was like homeroom parent every single year. And so I used to walk into the first day of class and I'd say to the teacher, "Where's my desk?" And they'd say, "What do you mean?" I know, it was kind of funny. You have to have a sense of humor. You just do. So I considered myself a super mom, but okay. But that's way in the past. Okay, Frank, in Newman, California, Sirius XM 130 is the way you're listening. What's the next closest town to Newman, Frank? I've never heard of that town. Welcome.
Hi, Deb.
Hi. Hi.
Jerry. Well, Newman is along the I-5 corridor. It's actually on Highway 33.
Cool.
It's a small group of towns on the south end of Stanislaus County. And the nearest towns you wouldn't probably recognize, but Los Baños is to the south, and then Modesto would be northeast of Newman. Modesto,
beautiful area. Yeah.
East.
Cool.
Farmland, farm ground.
Beautiful. I bet it's gorgeous.
And yeah, and let me say first of all that we're Portuguese American. We're very devoted to Our Lady. Nossa Senhora Fatima is what our reference to her in Portuguese. A lot like the Italian families, Debbie. Same family orientation.
Yep.
And my wife is she's I don't know anybody that's more devoted to family than my wife. And of course now we're grandparents, so we raised two kids, had a third in miscarriage, but raised two and have 5 grandchildren now, and family is everything to her. It's her first thought, morning, noon, and night, really. And we have the grandkids virtually every day. If not 2 from one side, 2 from my daughter, and then 3 from my son. And going through the COVID separation was tough on her, especially. But it's just life to her. And when she would teach them, she simplified our before meal grace. She just teach the kids to thank you, God, for my food and my family. But
yeah,
she's fully devoted to the kids and the grandkids.
Well, and Frank, you know what I think? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think we all picked up on it as you. There was that silence right before you started talking about your wife, and you filled up with emotion. And I could just imagine. I think a lot of us listening is are saying, wow, that's a beautiful thing to have a husband, immediately, fill up with emotion when talking about how devoted, his wife is and to the family, and she just gives everything of herself. And it was, I think a lot of us were listening and saying, we wish our husbands would feel that same way. And you have that with your wife. You have that with your family. You are blessed. You are so blessed. And you started off saying, and I agree with you. You said, you're Portuguese American, and it's similar to Italian culture. You're absolutely right. We're all about family, food, everything, like that. And we're blessed. We are so blessed when we can prioritize it that way, focus it, God first, and then we move on to our vocation in marriage and our family. And it just makes sense. I feel bad for people that have that out of order. I really do. My heart breaks for them, because you can hear what you have with your beautiful wife and your family. And I think that's what people want to have. They don't know how to do it. And so I hope that if somebody's listening to you, Frank, they can say, I've got to get this back in line. I've got to do this the right way. And I believe, did you share your wife's first name? I want to add your whole family to our book. And I just want to make sure that I see her name on the screen, but I want to make sure you're comfortable sharing her first name.
Yeah, it's Alice. Actually, it's Mary Alice.
Mary Alice.
According to Portuguese
right.
pronounced order, everybody's Mary and then something else. But she's always gone by Alice.
Right. But what did you think about what I was sharing?
So I was going to comment on that. You have it correct. I mean, it's the order, and for her having that set order, it's made me a better father and husband and grandfather. And it's again one of the most gratifying. People don't know what they're missing, being so close, because it's the most gratifying thing to have your kids, be so close and respect you, and then have those grandkids call you ava and avo. It's there's love built right into it.
There is.
I think that's the easiest way to explain it. It's such a loving expression, and it's the old ways, but it's the right way.
Yeah, and Frank, you have found really the pearl of great price. This treasure that the Bible talks a lot about, especially in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs, I believe it's Proverbs 18, around verse 22. It says, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. And then also Proverbs 31, and I'm not sure the verse on that one, but I see you're familiar with these already. And I would really encourage anyone. Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, I was going to say, I can't remember the which number of Psalm it is, but about the olive plants gracing graced around your table, your family, your children being as olive plants graced around your table. Yeah, and just another note, Debbie, I haven't called for quite a number of years, but you might remember someone by the name of Frank referring to you as the cheerleader for Jesus.
Yes, I do. I recognized you. Hi, Frank.
That
okay.
Was me. That was me. Anyway, and Jerry, you're very, very much correct in saying I'm blessed. I am a blessed man,
for sure,
having such a loving wife.
Yes,
and of course the family goes with it. So.
Yep,
absolutely.
Well,
anyway, that's about everything I can say.
And Frank, I just want to let you know. I don't know if I told you this the last time that we spoke, but my husband and I, if we could on our dream list of things, right? If we could retire or semi-retire somewhere, it would be in Portugal. So there you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I that's on my first choice. If whenever I get a chance to get out of the country, would be to go to Fatima and back to. We're raised Orient Portuguese, so the islands are. I use our islands. My wife was from Seda. My family was from Fayal, so we really owe ourselves a chance to get back there.
Yeah, it's your birthright.
In that process, I want to go to Fatima at the same time.
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, maybe we'll meet up in Fatima. So there you go. At least we catch the movie though, Frank. The movie that just came out is great. So.
Yeah, we've already seen it. Yeah, we enjoyed it a great deal.
Good deal. We'll call anytime, Frank, or drop us an email at take2@ewtn.com. Let's stay in touch, okay?
Thank you. God bless you guys.
All right, God bless you too, Frank. Over to Kim in Brandywine, Maryland, listening on Sirius XM 130. Also a first-time caller as we talk about Supermoms today on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Hello, Kim. Are you with us?
Hi, how are you? Hi.
Good, doing good. Hello there. Welcome.
Hi, Kim.
Yep.
Hi. So I just wanted to speak on behalf of my mom, Eloise Holman, she is actually deceased. She lost her battle to cancer actually 22 years ago this day. But I can't think of a more finer human being who prepared me for life as I've gone through life, ups and downs, and being challenged and things that I would face as a young woman, as an older woman, as a mother, and as a parent. And I can't, I know that daily I thank her for all the things that she has blessed me with, integrity, just doing the right thing and being an honest and upright person. I converted to Catholicism probably about 5 years ago, but I have my son who was Christian and baptized Catholic. He turned 30 last month, so I've actually been going to Catholic church for about 35 years. And just taking him through the walk and taking him, having him raised in Catholic school all the way through up, from pre-K up. Very fortunate to be able to afford to do that. And just to see how remarkable he is. And, you always want to, when you raise your kids, you just want to see what type of person or type of adult they'll be. And he definitely has blessed me. And I think a lot of that is attributed to all the lessons that I learned from my mother. Even though at a young age, losing my mom, I would say young, 35, and then, just proceeding throughout life. And there's so many lessons that I can always refer back to, like what would my mother say, what would my mother do. And even to this day, I still have, I can't think of the right phrase. You know how you have like a person always on your shoulder saying, hey, I wouldn't expect that of you. You shouldn't do that, things of that nature. So it's really rewarding to me to know all these years later, 22 years later, I still have that tiny little voice that I carry with me throughout my life. And I try to share the life lessons that she taught me, growing up, being a military wife, introducing me to the military, being my father as well, and serving my country. I can't say, to this day, I have friends. I think my friends probably loved my mother more than I did at the time when I was growing up. But she was definitely a force to be reckoned with, and she was very honest and upfront and very real about what life and the expectations that I might endure, and taught me how to deal with those things as I grew. I'm always learning. Thankfully, I have the Lord and, my church and our priests and a lot of good Christians around me. They keep me well balanced, and I've definitely benefited from the fruits of my labor. So I just want to say, a quick kudos to my mom. I know she's somewhere listening and always watching me and making sure that I stay true to myself.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Kim, what a beautiful testimony to your mom. And I believe you said her name was Eloise, and that Eloise was indeed a super mom because she, like you said, she imparted to you so many ways of facing whatever life was going to throw at you. You daily thank her, like you said, and, as we believe if we're in Christ, when we pass away, we are not separated from one another, but we're even closer than we were in this life. And so, and I love the fact that from your mom's example, you have become, I would say, a super mom yourself, primarily because you're looking out for the spiritual condition of your son, and you so beautifully laid out for how he's been going to Catholic schools and around that environment for 35 years, and then you yourself came into the Catholic Church. So you see how, Debbie, all of these the good things that people do always seem to bear great fruit, and a lot of good fruit in Kim's and her family's life.
I completely agree. Well said, Jerry. And Kim, I added Eloise to our book because we pray for the living and the deceased. And so your mom has passed. I believe you said she passed 22 years ago today. So I'm going to pray I'm going to pray that the good Lord did allow her to hear this beautiful broadcast of you honoring her, Kim. The way you speak about your mother, I would just encourage other adult children, please listen to Kim, the way she spoke about her mother and how it was so respectful. I mean, you were so honoring, Kim, that I pray that others do the same. Because, you know, there's millions of parents that are estranged from their adult children. Their children have turned their back on them. They don't talk nicely about their parents. And it's quite sad. It really is. But then to hear you talk so beautifully about your beautiful mother, Eloise, wow, it gives us, it's a wonderful thing. We need to hear more Kims.
Yeah, because I always believed that my mother would say, there's some things that I'm going to say to you that may be hard for you to hear, but not hard for her to say. And I just always appreciated all the life lessons. I might not have understood them, but I definitely passed them on, like to my friends or, you know, people who I thought could benefit from them. And I'm just like, you know, my mom, you know, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. You had to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way, and just always be respectful of the aura that's around you and the type of people that you have in your life and the people who aren't really going to do you justice as far as you bringing you closer to the Lord or closer to what you're trying to do. You pray for them. You know, you pray for them and you pray for yourself to be able to be that person that has a word or a phrase or an action that's going to make a difference in their life. And so my mom definitely made a difference in my life, in the life of a lot of my friends and people that she has touched. And I mean, and I'm happy to say to this day, my son, who's 30 years old, still does. I mean, I don't think he probably doesn't go to church every Sunday, but when he comes home, he lives in New York, but when he comes home, he goes to church. He still goes to confession, and as a matter of fact, he actually sponsored me into the Catholic faith.
How beautiful!
So I just thought that was, you know, remarkable how that circle went full, how it went full circle. You know, it went from me making sure that he was and doing the things that he needed to do and doing the walk and the things that I learned, community service and giving back to your community and giving back to people and how you can make a difference. And I mean, I'm not perfect. I would never say that I'm perfect. I'm always learning. I'm always praying. You know, it was really hard for me to learn a rosary and things of that nature. And you know, I try to always reflect back on St. Monica and how she prays for her kids and, you know, her son and her husband and things of that nature. And just, I guess if I had to say something that I'm not good at is patience, because sometimes I want God to act when I want him to act, but I always have to just wait on the Lord. And so you just give it over to him and stop badgering him. I guess that's what you would say.
Well, and we know how many places we see in the Bible where it talks about give and, you know, will be returned to you, you know, pressed down, shaken, running over, 30, 60, 100-fold, these verses like this. And so I think that's a good place to maybe look at as we let you go, Kim, on this phone call today. Just look at those scripture passages that your family, your beautiful family, has lived out and continues to live out. And you have truly inspired all of us on the show today. So thank you. Thank you so much, Kim, for calling from Maryland. We appreciate that. And please do call again anytime.
Absolutely. She graced the conversation. Thank you so much, Kim. We needed your call today. Okay. I just wanted to say today's Our Lady's birthday and Our Lady's Rosary. Pray the Rosary. It's a powerful a weapon of prayer. And when I say weapon, believe me, the Rosary can break all sorts of things that are going wrong in this world by being dedicated to the Rosary. So you can pray the Rosary. EWTN Radio brings you the Holy Rosary twice each day for over 25 years. So no excuses, you guys. Tune in every morning at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time for Mother Angelica, and every evening at 9:30 p.m. Eastern for Father Benedict Rochelle only on EWTN Radio. So you can pray along with the rest of us, because I do the we do both. I do the morning and the evening. I'm praying the Rosary all day long. There's too many things going on in the world, Jerry. We've got to pray more. Wouldn't you say? Pray, fasting, and yep.
Can't do too much of that.
I know.
For sure.
Not in this day and age. We need it all. We need everything. Bring out all the spiritual weapons.
The big guns, absolutely. The rosary right after the Eucharist, absolutely. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to Amy next in Wichita, Kansas, listening on the Catholic Radio Network, and another first-time caller to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. Hi, Amy. Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, pretty well. Are you on a hands-free?
Yeah, I'll switch it over.
Well, if you can, unless you're driving or something. Yeah. Just be safe and legal. Oops, Amy. We just lost her.
Oh, Amy. And I think Amy's and she was going to talk about her first child. She just became a new mom. We wanted to hear. Okay, you can email us, Amy, at take2@ewtn.com. We're going to move on to Mary in Coarsegold, California. iHeartRadio app is the way you're listening. A first-time caller as well. Hi, Mary. Thanks for waiting.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I hope you guys are hope you're doing better than we are. I have a great family, but I really wanted to talk about what's going on in Central California. We are having massive, massive fires here. We live in the foothills, and I just wanted to acknowledge all the supermoms and dads because there are so many people being displaced right now and losing their homes. And with all the other COVID and everything else, we're kind of forgetting about that right now because we have so many other issues. And I just kind of wanted to acknowledge all these people because they have to be extremely strong right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the things that we have talked about are certainly not unimportant things that moms do and have done and have taken on during this pandemic and all of that. But boy, oh boy, you are so right, Amy, when you throw in the fires that are burning around Mary, and I'm not immediately near one, but I'm fairly close, and the air quality, the air practically makes me want to choke, and the sun is just almost completely obscured by the smoke. So we will definitely keep not only the folks in your area, but all over the place, Debbie, where fires are burning right now. This has been a really awful fire season.
I saw a map.
Terrible.
Yeah, I saw a map recently, Mary, of the whole Southwest and California, Arizona, Colorado. It's unbelievable. I mean, how many areas are just literally lit up from the fires, and so our hearts go out to you and to everyone in your area that has to maybe evacuate or run from something. And it's tragic. And then you look at, weather disturbances in other parts of the country and heat waves and other things happening. People are they're hurting enough with COVID. Let's face it, we're hurting enough. Right. And we've got all this tension in the world. And then this happens. It's like, Lord, how much more can we take? And that's why I was saying, Mary, earlier, I really believe that with intense prayer and fasting, I really do, and a lot of priests and bishops are talking now on this, that with some really intense prayer and fasting, we can break some of these negative things that are happening to us, maybe not natural disasters and stuff like that, but we can break a lot of these things that are happening to us that are adding that extra level of just burden that is like it almost can break us. So I just think if we all band together and pray fervently, God will hear our prayers. So that's our hope anyway, Mary. I hope that works for you.
Yes, and I just wanted to say too, it's you have to find joy in every day, no matter what. And I think running around looking for things that you need to take to get out of here, you realize just how much of the stuff we all deal with is not important, and that it's just your family and your love of God, and those are the kind of things that really matter. And when you walk around and you see what you need to get out of here, to get ready to go, you don't really need that much stuff,
right?
So if we have to find some joy there, it's that it allows you to really, really start to appreciate what's really, really important.
Yeah, it gives you a certain freedom from things, the stuff that kind of weighs us down. Mary, prayers continue, as we said, for all of the great moms that you mentioned in your area, and the moms, the dads, the firefighters, the first responders. Let us pray for those who have lost homes, lost their lives, and so many other things going on. COVID, the world needs that prayer and fasting, Debbie, right now, and we want to continue to encourage people to do that.
Absolutely. And don't forget that today is Our Lady's birthday. Tomorrow, we're going to be addressing how pregnancy and alcohol do not mix. And we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Very important episode tomorrow. Please tune in. Until then, till tomorrow, we always wish you this, but have a beautiful and blessed day. We'll see you real soon.
Dr. Ray Guerrero.